Check one, one. What's up, y'all? DJ Dowrong. It's Wednesday. You know what today is. It's the Just Ride, Just Grind mix. I appreciate y'all tuning in worldwide. Thank you very much. Tonight, we have a special guest, and I want to give this man the proper introduction. This man is an addict of success. He's the number one mixtape DJ in America, Mr. Privacy, king of the vibe. He's also a member of the Coast to Coast DJs. He's worn many, many hats. He's a rapper, a DJ. He's a promoter. He's a ghostwriter. Shoot, he's been a bootlegger, the barbecue man, a counselor. I mean, you name it. This man is wearing all kinds of hats. He does a podcast every single, well, I don't want to say every single week. He does a podcast with Little Flip, and it's called The Truth Shall Set You Free. Let me introduce you to the man from the south side of Houston, Texas. DJ Hard Hitter is in the building. What's up, my man?
What's up? What's up? What's up, world? How y'all
Hey,
feeling,
how you doing,
world?
brother? Man, I'm feeling lovely, brother. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm really looking forward to talking to you and getting the opportunity to share some of your story with my listeners. What's great about being on internet radio is we are worldwide. So, we
Yes,
get to
sir.
touch places worldwide that people might not have heard of you, okay? Just to kind of relate with you a little bit, I lived in Katy for like 3.5 years. I was in Katy, and this was during Hurricane Harvey. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a West Coast cat. So when that hurricane happened, it kind of scared me to kind of move back to Vegas and go back where I'm from. I know that there was a lot of snow that's been out there. I just wanted to make sure that you, your family, and your loved ones are all good out there, man.
Yeah, everybody's good, man. It was a rough go round for everything. Um, but hey, man, we were able to get through it. Pipes were busting. A couple of my rental properties. My home. So we had to get some things together. So it was a situation where all the money in the world couldn't buy you out of it. But
Right.
fortunately, by the grace of God, you know, by a lot of the community and everybody sticking together, we were able to get through it. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a bunch of corporate corruption going down, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you know how it goes. It is. And so I also want to congratulate you on recently releasing King of the Vibe. That
Yes,
project,
sir.
I've listened to it in the last few days, and I think that project is super dope. And for a lot of people that don't know, it's distributed through World Star. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct.
So when you think of World Star, you don't normally think of distribution, although it makes sense. How did that all come about?
Well, a lot of people don't know in 2020, Dat Piff, they bought WorldStarHipHop.com. And my bro, Alox, he's been the site manager for Dat Piff for quite some time. Big shout out to him, big shout out to KP. Those guys ended up running World Star. How should I say it? So Alox became the top A&R for World Star. And I brought him,
Okay.
I was letting him hit my project, and he just offered me the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to get it distributed by World Star. We knew that we could make a great impact with the music. We knew that we wanted to promote this particular project to be for the ladies, for the women. We wanted to make
Smart man.
we wanted to make sure we didn't catch no bodies. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of catching bodies,
Smart.
man. We just
That's right.
I've been burying a lot of people, and I just didn't want to bury nobody on my music, on this particular go around. I think it's enough
And I think
bodies going around.
I agree. And that's what I was going to say. I think what's important, I just recently released a project as well on February 14th. What I wanted to do for the city of Las Vegas is I wanted to be able to give all the independent artists an opportunity to be heard. And we've got a lot of dope artists that are out here. And to be able to now how did this process, because I know what worked for me in getting everybody in the studio and everything else, how with all the different artists, first off, what artists are featured on the project? That's something that I'd like to know. Like, what type of features do you have on the project?
Oh man, shoot. We got Jeremiah, Twister, Skipper the Flipper, Jim Jones, Yellow Beezy, Nipsey Hussle, G Mac, RJ, Angelo Dorsey, Trent Star D, Falcon the God, KT Kravitz, DJ EXO, Hallelujah, Butter Beasley, Graf. I worked with so many artists, Jet Tanner, Willie P, Jesse Jukebox. I mean, I could go on and on. This was I went all over the country putting this particular
Yeah,
album together. Oh man, big shout out to Murphy Lee. Him and Q1, they were able to contribute. So it was this was an experience that I've never had before. Um, you know, there were times where I didn't see the clear vision as to where this was going. But it came about to be so great that I was like, damn, I shocked myself at this shit. I ain't even lie to you. I really did, because I wanted it to, this was my playlist. I made this music to be a playlist.
right,
This was a playlist album. An album that you go all the way through. It's not the same guy saying the same thing on a different track. You know what I'm saying? It's
right,
it's it's a variation of things, and I call it the King of the Vibe because I got a West Coast vibe on there. I got an East Coast vibe on there. I got a down south vibe on there. I got a Midwest vibe on there. I got a Euro vibe on there. I got a New York City vibe for you, a Houston vibe, a Texas
right.
vibe. I mean, there's not a vibe that I missed. So it was the King of the Vibe.
It makes the most sense. I mean, what we want to do as DJs is we want to get people to pay attention to the music that we have. Like my project is all up tempo. I wanted to create a playlist like you were talking about and get people to be able to play it from beginning to end and have a good time while they listen to it.
Right.
I might blow your mind with this next thing. So when you're talking about how you had Nipsey on the project, my business partner is a big Nipsey Hussle fan, and so
Okay.
I called him up. I was like, "Bruh, have you heard this new Nipsey Hussle song?" And so I'm playing the Nipsey Hussle song for him, right? And he said, "That's my cousin that's on that song."
Who? G Mac?
Said, "That's your cousin that's on the song." His cousin is G Mac, and
Yeah,
Jovi.
that's my boy.
Yeah, and Jovi Job. It's funny because Jovi Job is all over my project. That's my business partner, and I've met G Mac a couple different times. You know, he's got a house out here in Las Vegas and
Right,
stuff
he
with the
did. He
dogs and everything
does,
else.
man.
So I know G Mac.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big
So
shout out
I
to
thought
G
that might
Mac
blow your mind
because
a little bit. That
because G Mac is the this song and this project wouldn't have came together without G Mac. Now G Mac is the basis for this. You know, he's a everybody know G Mac be on that for real P. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to I met him
yep.
at
Yes, he
Troy
does.
Marshall's house at the core DJ event, and at the time the song wasn't finished, but we were going back and forth. He, myself, and another DJ. But yeah, we were able to put that thing together, and then G Mac, G Mac went on a little hiatus for a second. You know what I'm saying, getting some things
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
and then the
Right.
unfortunate thing happened to Nipsey Hussle. Rest
Nipsey.
in peace, Nipsey. Um, but man, me and G Mac had got back into contact. I found the proper situation. I had the World Star distribution. I called my brother. I said, "Hey man, we still got that diamond in the treasure chest. You ready?" And he was like, "I'm ready, brother."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm ready." I said, "Are you ready? Ready?" He's like, "I'm ready." And so we've been rocking and rolling, man. Big shout out to RJ. Big shout out to Black Sam and the whole estate of Nipsey Hussle for clearing the record, allowing us to use this record. And big
Yeah,
shout out
that's
to G
dope.
Mac because G Mac, if it ain't for G Mac, this song isn't together. And these are three guys from LA, and they let a brother from Houston quarterback it and take it to the next level. So I'm just really like very appreciative and humbled for even having the opportunity because
You scored a
they could have gave this best they could have gave this pass or this play to somebody else, and they
they could
gave it
have.
to me, and so I had to
And
take it to the finish line.
you ran with the play and scored a touchdown with that one, man. The whole project is dope. I really like how you put it together. Like I said, you're newer to me. You might be newer to some of the listeners, but when I did my research on you and really saw what you were all about, I really liked what I
Right.
saw. And one of the things that was really interesting to me is the whole bootlegging situation that you went through, which I can only imagine what type of character that ended up building for you. But you know what I mean? Like, can you tell my listeners just a little bit about what you went through with the whole bootlegging thing, and then I'll have another question after
Oh
that with bootlegging.
shit, man. Yeah, man. Well, I was bootlegging CDs in college, man, and I ended up getting very good at it. I ended up
Yeah.
being very, I ended up being very big at it. I was able to take my financial aid check and one particular year. They had this hurricane come through the year before Katrina came,
Mm.
but it hit Mobile and Pensacola, and I was going to college at Pensacola Junior College at the time, getting ready to graduate and go into the University of West Florida. And so the hurricane came, knocked over everything, whatever, and it knocked over the radio station. So for about a year and a half, they didn't have a radio station down there. Everybody was getting their FEMA checks and whatnot. And so, shoot, I got my financial aid check when the lights came back on. We went back to school, and I drove to Atlanta and bought all bootlegs and came back and sold them all. Then my homegirl, she turned me on to the flea market that they had in Pensacola. And I mean, this was like a one-stop shop. It's like the whole city and the whole town came to this one little outdoor flea market. I think they still do. It's called TNW Flea Market.
Okay.
And from there, I was able to run about 6 or 7 tables full of bootlegs. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
so I was running about 6 or 7 tables. I was pulling in probably about on the weekends, probably about anywhere between nine and $14,000. And
Killing
I
it.
did that every week for a year and a half. I swear I did. Um, I just started getting into I just started getting into a situation where I got comfortable. So I started candy painting cars and going to parties and
Flossing. Flossing.
I was flossing. I was flossing Houston style in the
Right.
big city style in
Slanging.
a small town. So I started sticking out. The police thought I was selling dope. They were constantly pulling me over. Uh, then they caught me selling on campus. They caught me selling some bootlegs and some throwback jerseys and different shit on campus. Uh, and so that was the first start of the investigation. And eventually it led to them just taking all of my cars and everything. I lost my girlfriend. I lost my cars. I lost my money. I even lost my freedom for a small time. So um yeah, when they busted me, and then when they raided the flea market, I was in a very distraught place. My bond was only $500. So I posted my bond, but when I jumped on the phone and told my mama that I was on the way, I'm digging up my money now. It's like the Escambia County sheriffs just showed up out of nowhere. So I guess they had been listening to my phone or whatever. I'm like, damn, is they serious about some damn movies? Shit.
Right.
But
Damn.
but I was buying the bootleg. I was getting the CDs for $1, selling them for $5. I was getting the DVDs for $2, selling them for $10. And this is before they went down to that $5 where everybody was $5, $5. Nah,
Right.
Blockbuster was still open, and I was getting it in, player.
I believe it. I believe it.
So they
to be able to beat 46 counts that you were facing, man, and to make it out where you're at. Which now that you're on the other side as an artist, what is your feeling about, because bootlegging's still there. What's your feeling about bootlegging?
Yeah, I don't knock bootlegging, because if ain't nobody bootlegging it, it's not hot.
It's true. And in a sense, as DJs, we're kind of bootleggers by nature, aren't we?
I mean, that's how I really got into the DJing. They used to pull me over all the time with the CDs, and they would only catch me with the CDs. And I'm telling them, I'm DJing. This is the music I'm playing, but I'm selling this shit.
Smart.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And then at the time, I had all of the music anyway, so I would be the one to DJ the parties. I could throw on 3 or 4 mixtapes and I could rock your whole party. You see what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
I eventually began to get my own money and buy my own real equipment to go full circle. But yeah, man, it was hard, bro. It was hard having to bounce back from that. I tell you what, it molded my mind frame on what to do with money. You know how they say God ain't gonna give you nothing you can't handle.
Right.
That's why that's the same reason everybody don't have $1 million.
Right. Because not everybody can handle it. That's so true. Now I understand Roy Jones Jr. is your cousin. Am I correct?
Yep. It's like third, fourth generation. My mom, she lives out there in Pensacola right now. All of my family, I got a lot of family out there in Pensacola, man. Shout out P. Cola in the house. Shout out to everybody out there in Pensacola, Mobile, Alabama, all my family members out there. Them people. I grew up in Houston. My dad is from Detroit. My mom is from Pensacola. And I grew up in Houston with no cousins. Like, if I wanted to go to my cousin's house, I had to go out of town. You see what I'm saying?
I know how that is, man.
So
everybody is spread out all over the place, right?
Yeah. RJ's my cousin. You know what I'm saying? With his good boxing ass. Pico in the house, Pico. Shout out to RJ, man. Shout out to the twins. Shout out to all the kids. Shout out to Uncle Roy. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, down that way. They know what's up. What's up, Robert? That's Roy's brother. What's up, Robert?
I brought his name up because when we watched the Tyson Jones fight, there was a lot of entertainment in between. And I kind of wanted to know what your opinion was. Do you think that that's the way that it's going to start going, where there's more entertainers? I mean, we also know that sports and music go hand in hand, but what did you think of how they intertwined everything at that show?
Hey, man, I think it was great for COVID-19. I think they gave the fans. I think they gave the fans something that we have longed to see. Years ago, to my understanding, they were supposed to fight with a deal brokered by my boss, Jay Prince, but it just never manifested. You know what I'm saying? But it was great to see all of these guys get in. It was great to see Snoop Dogg be a great commentator. I tell you that was the funniest shit ever. Snoop Dogg.
He did a hell of a job.
Nate Robinson taking the fall. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hit that ground hard.
Damn, Nate.
Hit that ground hard.
Shit. But yeah, man. All of that was great, man. It was all great. I think that it was just great for the culture. Were you not entertained? I know
I was very entertained. There was a lot of people that said, "Oh, they don't think that they should mix it together." I was highly entertained. I like how they involve social media, with Triller being involved with that as well. And you've been in the mixtape game since 2007. So I mean, you've been in the game for over 14 years. You're part of the Coast to Coast DJs. And as a DJ, we have respect. We have respect for other DJs. What makes the Coast to Coast DJs the DJ coalition to be with?
Because we are the biggest DJ coalition in the world, and we encompass all of the DJs. We encompass all of that, all of the DJs, all of the DJ coalitions, from the heavy hitters to the to the Coalition DJs, to the Nerve DJs, to the LA Leakers, Go DJs, Core DJs. We believe that all DJs stick together. We believe that that all of the DJs, we are the directors, the script writers, and the authors
I agree.
of the vibe of the party. We can
Yes,
play
sir.
2 songs to make you fight, 2 songs to make you laugh, 2 songs to make you make love. You know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
I agree. Yes.
So with that, you know, I've been rocking with these guys since the beginning. You gotta understand, Coast to Coast gave me a name. Coast to Coast gave me my name, and Rap a Lot put some respect on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. And I'm glad that you brought up Rap a Lot, because I wanted to know what's your exact affiliation with. I know you got Mob Ties. What's your exact affiliation with
Okay.
Rap a Lot Records is?
Okay, I work for the general manager, Mike Mack. I've been working for Mike Mack for several years. He's been the general manager of Rap a Lot Records for over 35 years.
Okay.
He's mentioning Jay Prince's book, Art and Science and Respect. So y'all make sure y'all go check that out if you haven't. Um, I've worked for him, marketing, management, marketing, studio management, and promotion. I work at Takeover Studios. That's a $7.5 million facility. I've been working there for about 9 years. I started off in the A&R department with
Okay.
Jay Ellis and International Red, and
Okay.
I was able to create myself my own lane because I developed a relationship with all of the internet websites. So I became the median between Rap a Lot and the internet. And
All right.
I reported to my boss, who is the general manager. Shout out to Mike Mack, you know what I'm saying, for even giving me the opportunity. I really wouldn't be in this particular position if it wasn't for Mike Mack. You see what I'm saying? Because with me going through this, when we go through this music industry, we have a lot of trials and tribulations, and there are a lot of setbacks. Thanks to Mike Mack and Rap a Lot, I never had to worry about no real bullshit when it comes to the
Right.
music industry, because my job is music. My job ain't to be a gangster. My job
Right.
ain't to go shoot them up, bang, bang. My job is to put these youngsters on. My job is to make sure great music is being heard around the world.
Yes, sir.
My job is to make sure that when we got something hot and we got something cooking, guess what? All my DJ brothers know what we got going on here in Houston. All my DJ brothers around the world, not just here in America. We got DJs in Australia feeling the vibe. We got DJs in Europe feeling the vibe. We got DJs in Asia and in Africa and all over this, South America. Everybody somewhere is catching the vibe, and they like what we doing. All of the military people who are stationed overseas, you know what I'm saying? They
And I
need to
like
catch the
that.
vibe.
I like that Catch the Vibe, because the first song that's on my project I just released is called Catch a Vibe. So great minds think alike, brother.
That's right.
Um, what's it like rubbing shoulders with the Godfather Jay Prince and people like DJ Screw?
It's been an honor. It's been an honor, especially working with Jay Prince, because, you know, I'm not from Fifth Ward, you know, and I'm not blood related to them. But like he says, you know, blood makes us kin, but
Yes, sir.
loyalty is what makes us family.
Yes.
And you know what? I'm riding with Jay Prince all the way. I'm loyal to a fault, right or wrong. I'm rocking with it because these people. And shout out to Junior. Shout out to Dre, Baby J. You know his sons, Jazz, Mike Prince. Shout out to Pop, Rudy, and Miss Rhonda, Big Chief. Shout out to all of these people because they embraced me. They allowed me to be a part of what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? And for me to
Yes,
be
sir.
able to for them to have the confidence in me to know that I'm gonna go out here and represent with full respect. You know, that I won't do anything to disrespect or tarnish the name. You know, that's something in itself for me. You know, so it's been a great honor to work at Rap A Lot. Now, as far as DJ Screw go, man, when I was growing up, you know, I used to catch the Metro bus to Stadium Ball, and I used to get up there early. I hated my stepdad, so I never wanted to be home. You know what I'm saying? So on
Right.
Fridays and Saturday nights, man, I was catching that bus to South Main, and I was going to Stadium Ball because DJ Screw was gonna DJ. And guess what? Me and my homeboys, shout out to my boy Adam, Jay Ellis was around that time. We used to help Screw carry carry the equipment in. You know, they used to have crates of records back then. So if we could help them, if we could help him bring his stuff in and set up, we could hang on the wall and be in the party for free. Same thing when he was at International Ballroom right here on Hillcroft in South Main. You know,
Yeah.
DJ Screw is a legend. We, you know, you gotta understand, man. We were living in it. We didn't understand the impact that it had, that it was gonna have while we were living there. Screw loved everybody. If you were serious, Screw loved music. If you loved music, Screw loved you. Straight up. And that's how he
Right.
was. You know, and he didn't have a hateful bone in his body. He put a lot of my friends on, like Zero, like Lil Flip, like I can go Wood, I can go on and on. Carlos Grace, Big Pokey. Like a lot of these were my friends. You know, they were older than me. But as
Right.
you go around hanging, you go from Astroworld to hanging at McGregor Park to being on MLK on a Sunday, you start seeing these particular people. You know what I'm saying? You begin to see these spaces over and over and over again. And you
Right.
recognize, and I know I'm forgetting a whole lot of names, but all of these were my big brothers. You know what I'm saying? All of them.
So your music and something that we both have in common, trees or some marijuana. You know what I mean? What are you smoking on right now?
I'm trying to put it together right now. I'm
Look,
trying to put it together.
I'm a Kush guy myself. You know,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
if
I like the cushions, but I've been into this runt shit lately. You know, I know
yeah.
everybody into runts, but I fucked around and ran up on the real deal.
Yeah, everybody got that fake shit that's out there, but when you get that real runs, that real deal, it makes a big difference, man.
Yeah, I fucked around and ran into the real deal, and I haven't changed my mind as
I
of
wouldn't
late.
either.
It's
I
the
wouldn't
real
either.
white runts too.
That's that good shit. So what I like about The Truth Shall Set You Free, the podcast that you have with Little Flip, what I really like about that is you guys always start the show off taking a shot with your guests. I think that's pretty dope, kind of loosen up the mood and everything else. And the other
Right,
thing that y'all doing the whole time is chiefing the whole time. You guys are smoking the whole time. That's
right,
that's that's the life right there. When you come to choosing your guests on your podcast, because I know the first episode aired in August of 2020 with Devin the Dude. I ain't gonna lie to you, Devin the Dude is one of my favorite rappers that's out there. He don't claim to be gangster. He just like talking about bitches. He like talking about drinking and smoking. And I
right,
could relate with that type of shit. Well, I could relate with the first one. I'm married now, but I could relate with those all growing up with Devin the Dude and stuff like that. So
right.
how did the whole podcast thing come about with you and Lil Flip?
Well, I had a situation with the Crown Prince of South Korea, and
Okay.
Lil Flip, he had his own relationship with this same particular guy. He met him. We met him at a different time, different way. Um, so we just all happened to be in Vegas around the same time. The guy, he had invited us. He invited some more artists to go to a Conor McGregor fight, and when he was fighting Cowboy. when he knocked him out the first round. And
Yeah, with the shoulder.
one of the artists from Atlanta, this old bitch ass nigga named J Money, he was he was acting like, yeah, he was. I love Atlanta. Big shout out to Atlanta. But this motherfucker was acting like a real peach. You know what I'm saying? And he was hating on hating on Houston. He was hating on Texas, you know, because the conversation was about podcasting and doing different things of that nature. Now I had already had a situation with the Crown Prince. He said that he was going to give me a budget to put together a podcast, 20 grand, I believe it was. And after talking with Lil Flip, well, I get a phone call, so we all go back to the hotel room. So Lil Flip called me. He was like, "Yeah, man, I was thinking since they was talking about podcasts, man, maybe you should co-host a podcast together. You know, I was thinking about putting a podcast together, but maybe you should be a co-host on here." And I was like, in my mind, I'm already knowing I already got a budget. I already got my own podcast shit going. And I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't feeling nobody at that time. I wasn't, you know,
I don't blame you.
Yeah, Flip's my boy, but I was kind of so pissed off with that bitch ass nigga J Money. You know what I'm saying? That I was like, I'm finna show the world, you know, I'm finna get on my own. But you know, so I went back and talked to Andrew Lee. Shout out to Andrew Lee. I still don't like the fact you were looking out for that bitch ass nigga though. Anyway. Hey, I ain't no kid. I can't get in trouble. So
nah, you can't.
So anyways, I go hold this conversation with him. I go. So hey man, so what do you think about if I, you know, on my podcast I have a Lil Flip on there, you know, not a lot on there, and you know, probably doing some stuff with him. You know, I'm just throwing it out there. Would you be cool with that? And he's like, whoa, do you know that Lil Flip was once the #1 hip hop artist in the whole country?
I'm from
Man,
Texas,
everybody knows Lil Flip. Do you know how many guests you could get? And I thought to myself, yeah, we can get some guests. Right. And so we went from there. And so I ended up writing up the budget for about $15,000 more than what I was originally going to write it up for. And instead of having them send me the money, I told them send it to Flip. And so he began to so we began to put certain things together. And at the beginning, there was a bunch of creative differences, you know.
Right. Which is going to be like that when two people get together.
Well, it wasn't more of the creative differences with me and him. It was more of your crew and my crew. You see what I'm saying? Like you got your crew, I got my crew, and your crew some real haters, dog. Why you crew hating on me, bro? I think one of them want to be in this motherfucking seat up here. Can you tell your crew to quit tripping?
Right.
like it was on some shit like that. And then that calmed down for a little while. Then, you know, we were able to get some things like we started at Super Bowl. I don't think none of those episodes have been aired. So we started a Super Bowl. It was just fucked up out the gate, man. You know, it was fucked up out the gate, but we was able to work through it because you gotta understand, I had never did a podcast before. I didn't know nothing about that shit, and neither did he. So this was a work in progress. You know, it was a very I'm glad the way it looks now. I'm glad the way it's coming out now. And what people don't know is
you can tell the progression. You can tell the progression from the first episode with set changes and different stuff like that, like how you guys are growing to get it to the level that you guys wanted to. I'll tell you, it's entertaining. You know, I've watched a few of the episodes. I like the King Crooked episode. I like the Devin the Dude episode. You know, there's a lot of different episode that's on there. And is YouTube the only way that they can find those podcasts? How else can they find those podcasts?
I think they're on Spotify, but I'll just be honest with you, man. My job is to show up with great energy.
Right, that's right.
So they got somebody. I think they have somebody who books the guests for us. But yeah, my job has been just to show up with great energy. I bring a lot of the weed that they be smoking up. I'm still waiting on my reimbursement like a motherfucker, but that's all good.
Hey, you know what else I like that you do is I saw that you don't charge artists to get down on your mixtapes. I have a ton of different.
I've never done it. It just ain't my thing.
I think that's dope because with a lot of tag your artist that's going on social media and everything else, to have somebody that's really trying to get those artists out there, and as a DJ, I do the same thing. I'm trying to get those artists out there. What would somebody that's listening to us, no matter where they're at, obviously I'm a little biased because I want my people in Vegas to be heard. What do we need to do to get somebody like you to put your toe in the water over here in Vegas and hear what we got going on?
Actually, man, I've been coming out to Vegas. I've been coming out to Vegas for like the last 2-3 years. I just had a house out there.
Okay.
That they had got for us, but bro, my email is the same. Let me tell you something about music. Music is universal.
Yes, sir.
Your vibe, your vibe will find your tribe. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
So for to get in the water, man, you just email me, man. If it's hot, it's supposed to go. If it's hot, it's supposed to go on. You know what I'm saying? We got to give these. I like to give these young artists an opportunity and a chance to be heard and to do what I can to not put them in direct competition with one another, because that's how somebody end up shooting somebody else trying to take their spot. You know,
right.
I've buried up. My heart has been broken so many times over the last 3 years. I can't even. It's been crazy. You know, I've lost a lot of good people. And some of these young artists, man, they had a glow that only God could give them, and they died. You know, for whatever reason, whatever wrong decision, you know, and that's not to mention how many people we lose to the prison system each and every day, each and every week. You know what I'm saying? It's not normal. So what you have to do is you have to use an uncommon sense to an uncommon situation, because common sense is not going to work for uncommon situations. You see what I'm saying? So with doing that is you take a piece, man. Shout out to my boy DJ Really Real, DJ Paris, DJ Iceberg, and all the people at hiphoptxl.com. We are the most downloaded mixtape in the world. We have billions and billions and billions of downloads. But these are the opportunities that we give artists, because it's not good to kill dreams, and it's not good to sell them either. You understand?
Right, I agree. Yes.
So
you can't be a yes man and say, yeah, you ain't gonna be these people's homeboys and say, yeah, your music is good, knowing that it's trash. So
right. And then it's like this right here. You say, for instance, you charge somebody to get on your mixtape, right? Mm-hmm. And they pay you this money thinking that they finna blow the fuck up, that this all they got to do. And then you have to suffer with the heartbreak of knowing that, hey man,
that it don't work that way.
He believed in that, but fuck it, I gotta pay my light bill. Fuck no. I'm not, I can't do it, man. I just can't, bro. I'm not selling out for the money. You know, I'm just not.
And I respect that about you. And when I saw that, and just knowing how some of these, not all of them, some of these other DJs out there, you know, really try to take advantage of it. I rap as well. And I wanted to, when I started doing this DJ shit, I wanted to be all in with this DJ shit and really get these people that need to be heard and give somebody that chance. And being on the radio, I have that avenue to give people a chance. What can we expect from you in 2021 before we wrap this up, my man? What can we expect for you for the rest of the year?
Well, we also have the rap. I'm working on. We have the King of the Bob that's out right now. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna release the first singles with G Mac, Nipsey Hussle, RJ, State to State. We just cracked over. We just cracked over 1 million views with that bad boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna release the second single, "Simply Beautiful," featuring Jeremiah, Twister, Lil Flip, Skipper the Flipper, and Grab, and myself.
Okay.
We're gonna release the song with Murphy Lee. We're gonna get that song and video shot. We're shooting a video to the song with Yellow Beezy,
Okay.
and Hallelujah and DJ XO. Also a few more other things. Then I'm gonna come out with Coast to Coast Vibe Music. That's gonna be my second album. I'm gonna put that one out. That one's gonna feature Sauce Walker, Megan Thee Stallion, Black Youngster. The list goes on and on, so forth and so forth.
Right.
I got 3 video games coming out. Hard Hitter City, DJ Hard Hitters Punch Out Boxing, and Hard Hitters Home Run Baseball. We got those things. My son, he's my business partner. He's only 12 years old, but he's helping design all of these. He's helping design all of these things so that the games are kid friendly, and that they attract the eye of children and people alike. You know what I'm saying? So we got those things going. Also, we have my other show, Master of Munchies. I was living in Beverly Hills at the time when I met G-Mac, when we got together with the State to State song. I was living in Beverly Hills shooting a TV show called Master of Munchies. It's recipes you can cook in 15 minutes or less when you high. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Right.
I need some of those recipes after the show. I need some of those recipes, man.
Hey, man, we was doing fried bologna and hot Cheetos, man. You know what I'm saying?
You wasn't fucking around. That is definitely a high-ass moment right there.
Hey, so you feel me? So we got that show coming up. I have a cryptocurrency show I'm going to start called Get Rich or Die Trading. Where we're going to talk to different cryptocurrency analysts and get the public's opinion on crypto, how they feel about Bitcoin and other altcoins and different things of that nature. I got the Bleezy 420 shoe. It look like the Yeezy. The soles have a secret. Yeah, the soles have a secret compartment in there for your little stash. You see what I'm saying? It's totally dope. I mean, God is great, man. God has given me so many opportunities to embrace life, make life better, because we only have one life to live, man, and this ain't practice. So you know what I'm saying?
And you living it to the fullest, brother. My hats off to you, living it to the fullest, man.
Hey, man, I'm still a single father, so I like all beautiful women. Hi, ladies. No,
let them know.
I'm shooting my shot.
How can they get a hold of you on social media? How can they follow you?
Yeah, man, DJ Hard Hitter at everything. DJ HARD HITT.
Uh-oh. You cut out for a second. You there?
Okay, yeah. DJ Hard Hitter, that's DJ HARD HITTA. That's on the Instagram, the Twitter, everything. Hey, Carice Jackson, how you doing, baby?
That's one of our stations. So she she called me up, and yes, we are Black owned by one of the busiest working females in the industry, and I'm just glad.
Get in my DM. We can work hard together, baby girl.
Yeah. So I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule. I know you've been all over the place, and thank you so much for that. Make sure that you go and download or stream The King of the Vibe. It's on all streaming platforms.
That's right,
Make
baby.
sure that you guys say it again.
I say that's right. That's right.
Yeah. And make sure that you check out. I check them out on YouTube. Make sure that you check out the Truth Shall Set You Free podcast with my man DJ Hard Hitter and Little Flip. The shit will entertain you. Make sure you have a drink and a joint or a blunt or a bong or something to partake in what they're doing.
That's right.
Man, I appreciate you wholeheartedly. Thank you for being part of the show. And I'm going to send you that email, brother. I got something for you to hear. I promise you it will be impressed.
Hey, my word is my bond, man. I'm a man of my word.
That's all we have, and I appreciate you, okay? Before we go, though, I want you to introduce. I want to play a song before you get out of here, and I want to play State to State. So if you could introduce State to State to the world, we'll get that play for you, brother.
Yes, sir. Hey, everybody. What's up, world? This is DJ Hitta, the king of the vibe. And this is my brand new single, State to State, featuring G-Mac, Nipsey Hussle, and RJ.
Brother, I really appreciate you coming in here, man, and talking to us.
Yes, sir.
I'm not bitch. Then she got a young get rich. She wants to small house. She gotta bring in a lot of dough. We going state to state. We going coast to coast. Look, G-Mac, talk to him.
Listen up, finna put you on some cold game. Bitch, you on the right track, but the wrong train. Pimpin' ain't dead, that's the code name. And my rims so big, I'm in both lanes. Before she met me, she ain't no shit. Now she OT, making dough quick, 215 East. Tell her it's a road trip. She don't give me no lip, she know I'm going. Said the way you suck dick, I can tell you was made for this. You do this so good that you should get paid for this. One thing's for sure, you gon' walk down this road and go get what you can, then you run me my dough. I be thumbing through the checks, last year I was in debt, and now my little bitch charge 1,000 for the neck. Heard the man high, need deposit for the sex. She be breaking niggas' pockets for a check. Hey.
She don't need a bump, she gon' jump shit. I told her head first like a front flip. She gon' go to work, I'm a benefit. Nigga, out of here, nigga, I'ma take your girl straight to state.
Across the country, coast to coast.
She might go shit, nigga, girl, choose up.
You know how we gon' do it. Yo, Nip Hustle, talk that shit.
All I know is double up. Bitches come and go and this money come in lumps. Rather fall in love or you rather fall in lust? I'd rather make $100 million for the rush. Lord knows I was stuck. Set back off the clip. Rob niggas, sold drugs, pimp bitches, so what? Every morning on a mission, nigga tryna go touch. Slim told me Nip Hustle make these hoes go fuck. Then I kept my foot up on her neck like a Cuban link. Power and respect, just like you a thing. Taking niggas for they checks, maybe you a beast. I don't flex, I collect, that's my expertise. Now, I'm a cold young nigga, all my old premonitions way below how I'm living now. Now, round the globe, I kill it, I just go get digits, that's the